Good day. Welcome. My name is Chelsey. In my experience, hair loss through chemotherapy came with a lot of anxiety, anticipation, and unknowing. I knew it was going to happen one day, but when it did, I wanted to be as prepared as I could be. In this video, I will be sharing with you a few tips and insights that I learned along the way to help you mentally and physically prepare for this experience, as well as a few positives or silver linings that came up that I want to share with you. Figuring out the answer to the question, what causes the hair to fall out during chemotherapy, brought a little bit of peace to my heart during this treatment. What I learned was that the chemotherapy I was going to be given is designed to attack and kill all rapidly dividing cells, and it isn't able to differentiate between which cells are harmful for the body and which cells are good. Just so happens the cells in the hair follicle are also rapidly dividing cells. So the chemotherapy attacks it, not knowing that those are healthy. When I realized this, it totally made sense. And it gave me a little bit of peace of mind as well. If the rapidly multiplying cells in my hair follicle were being killed and destroyed, so were the cancerous cells. Now, I know that everyone's treatment is different, but in my mind, this really helped me feel better about when my hair started to fall out, because it kind of gave me this boost like, yes, you die, cancerous cells, you die. How often have you been perusing new spring styles or fall styles and you come across some different cuts or colors that totally speak to you? Whatever it is, they're sassy, they're bold, they're cute, they're sexy, they're classic, but they jump out at you, but they're completely different to what you currently have and a little bit outside the box. And you put that style on the back burner, even though it's something that you're really interested to try. This is the perfect time to pull out those pictures that you have screenshotted in the past and start playing around with a couple of your favorite styles. For most of my life, I was trying to attain those long, luscious locks that I would see in the magazines. I tried extensions. I tried pretty much everything to make my hair thicker and longer, but I did have a few screenshots of photos of really cute, sassy, short pixie cuts, shaved sides of the head with tattoos in them. And so before I started chemo, I had the opportunity to try a couple of these styles, and it was really fun. It was such a cool experience to kind of be set free from the worry of what it's going to be like and really enjoy it. I would highly recommend using this experience as an opportunity to push yourself outside of your comfort zone, pull up those screenshots that you've had saved on your phone and try something new. It could be a cut, it could be a bold new color that you think is totally bad. It doesn't matter what it is, but have it something that speaks to you, that brings peace and light and excitement to your heart, and just rock it. First of all, let me say that being bald is nothing to be ashamed of, and you don't have to cover up your bald head if you don't want to. If I'm being honest, I felt so beautiful when I was bald, and I was just completely me. This section is not to say that you need to cover your head, but the reason why I did want to include it is because there were times where I didn't want to be viewed as sick, or I didn't want to draw attention to myself and what I was going through because I didn't want to talk about it. Or there were times where my head was just cold and I wanted to keep it warm. Or there were times where I just wanted to try out a different look or get a little bit fancy, and having a few different options to do that was really nice. My go-to for most days was a toque, and one of my favorite brands is by BK Co. I'll put a link to their website in the description of this video. The reason why I liked this brand is because they were soft, they're made of natural products, and they are created with some extra bulk, so you can create really cute styles and add a little oomph to your look and to your head. The other thing with this company is that for every toque purchased, they will donate one to a child or a woman who is battling cancer, and that is definitely something I'm happy to support. Another thing I found with toques is that with my muted kind of complexion, soft colors look best for me. So a nice soft pink or gray were two of my favorite colors. The second option for head coverings I used were wigs, and this was a very fun accessory to have. I actually wondered why I hadn't used them before. So you may want to choose a wig that is similar to the style that you currently have, or you may want to try something that's completely different, a style that you've never had, that you've always wanted to try, or just something completely off the cuff. Whatever works for you, works for you. The last head covering option I played around with was headscarves. I find headscarves and wraps to be so stunning, and there are tons of different styles that are relatively easy that you can do to create different looks for yourself, or simply just to cover your head in an easy and quick way. I will include a link in the description of this video to make it easy for you to find some different wrap styles. I was never really on the eyebrow craze train. That is until I realized how much they really do make your face look like your face. For this reason, I would recommend looking into a couple options to help recreate the look of your beautiful face if your eyebrows happen to start to disappear like mine did. If you have the time, I would recommend going down to a store that sells cosmetics and getting a tutorial from someone who is experienced in eyebrows and the art of creating eyebrows. And they can also help you pick out a pencil that matches your eyebrow color really well while you still have them. Or if you wanted to kind of wing it like I did, because I didn't really know about this tip until after my eyebrows had started disappearing, you could just do your best guess of what your eyebrow color is and look at videos to get a tutorial on how to draw your eyebrows on or fill them in. I'll put one in the description of this video as well to help make that process really easy for you. Another option that I've seen but haven't had the pleasure of trying yet is 4D tattoo stick-on temporary eyebrows. From what I've seen, they are applied to the face just like the old school tattoos that you may have played with as a child, because I know that I did, with water and a washcloth. You pull back the white piece of paper and there are your beautiful 4D eyebrows. What I've seen, they look really natural, and if I were to go through treatment again and lose my eyebrows, I would definitely try this option. I'm not a makeup person, but I did end up drawing my eyebrows on pretty much every day, as it just made me feel like me. So I would recommend. I was surprised to discover that throughout this challenging journey, there are a number of silver linings or positives that emerge through the struggle. So I'd like to share a few of them with you with respect to the hair loss process. First and foremost, in my experience, I had total body hair loss. So forget about pulling out that razor and start thinking about how endlessly smooth your legs and armpits are going to be. Also, cancel that upper lip wax that you may have had booked because you're not going to need it. Another interesting discovery was the loss of my dandruff. So typically I had itchy, flaky scalp, but when my hair came out, I was delighted to discover that that was gone and it never came back. My morning routine was cut probably at least in half. I could just get out of the shower, grab some lotion up my little head and my body, and then do my makeup routine, and I was ready to go. Not having to fuss with my hair was so quick, and I honestly enjoyed skipping that step. The last thing that stuck with me as a positive to my hair loss was how incredibly empowering it was. I realized my hair was just an accessory I wore, but it did not define me in any way. I felt completely liberated from the self-imposed pressure to look a certain way when it had nothing to do with the person who I was inside. This was the greatest silver lining hair loss gave me, and I hope that you can feel it too. Before we move on, let's do a quick recap of the 5 things that I recommend to support you in preparing for hair loss. In future videos, I will be sharing about wigs, when I started to lose my hair, what it looked like, what it felt like, and how and when I decided to shave my head. If you'd like insight into these experiences, please like this video, subscribe to this channel, and press the notification bell. I sincerely hope this video helps you prepare for your next phase in this journey. See you next time.